Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with Jones and 4, bringing you our live cooking show. That's right, today's cooking show is going to be delicious, it's going to be amazing. This recipe that we're making today can be almost, like it could be vegan, alright, if you want it to be. It could be vegetarian, if you want it to be, right? Or you can add meat to it, right? You can add pork. That's what I'm going to be using today. We have pork, you can add chicken, beef, tofu, shrimp, you know, it's all possible. So this one's flexible. We're going to show you the vegetable base. I'm going to add in pork, but then you can add in whatever you want. So what we're making today is a vegetable curry. Then you can add on your meat choice to it if you want a meat choice to it. So it's going to be delicious. It's going to be amazing. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a like. Just give it a thumbs up if you can, and share this video out with your friends and your family. I would greatly appreciate it if you would be able to share it out and let them know. Add them to the comments. If you know someone that loves, oh, thank you for the likes, folks. If you know someone who loves curry, make sure you tag them below. Tell them about it. If you're watching this on YouTube, share it with them. All right, folks, let's get into it. Let's look at this vegetable curry and see what you need to make it. All right, so come on over into the kitchen. What you will need: a stove, a pan, shocker. All right, you will need a blender or something that helps blend stuff, right? So blender's a good choice. Oil. I'm using a tablespoon of butter. You could just use oil if you want, but this is unsalted butter. We have about 3 cloves of garlics all chopped up. We have curry powder, cumin, ground cumin, paprika. We have 2 things of cauliflower. Now, the whole thing adds up to be about half of a cauliflower head. This one's like chopped up into like bite-sized pieces. This one's more finely, coarsely chopped cauliflower. We're divided up. That's about 2/3 of the cauliflower, of the half of the cauliflower head. That's about 1/3 of it. We have 1 onion chopped up. A splash of milk, probably 1/8 of a cup, something like that. 1 head of broccoli all chopped up. We have an orange and red pepper cut up in nice little slices like that. And then seasoned pork. Now the pork's just seasoned with a little oil, and then the 3 seasonings you saw over there. That's what we have today, folks. That's it. Now throw it all together in a pan, heat it up, make sure it's all cooked thoroughly, enjoy. Just kidding. We'll show you how to make it and make it all good. Robert, hey, thanks for liking the shirt, bud. I appreciate it. This is the new official shirt, the Jones and 4 shirt, right? It's our logo. Scott Gartman, shout out to you. You're awesome for making this design, and so I appreciate it. You can get this shirt among a couple others. We have an angler, kayak angler specific one, and a couple motivational ones as well. Just go to Amazon and search Jonesin Official, and they will show up. So check it out. I love it. If you would be able to support us and represent the Jones and 4 brand, because we want to show you chasing your passions to the max, and you get to share it with them and help motivate other people with our clothing line. We have a couple other things too. You can go to spencermjones.com, go under merchandise, and you can see all the things we offer: backpacks, coffee mugs, stickers, hoodies, I don't know, a whole bunch of other stuff. So you can check it out. Okay, enough of that. Let's get cooking. All right, we're going to turn on the pan here to about it's a high right now. So let me turn it a little higher than that. So we got it on high. We're going to add in our butter. Now that is a tablespoon, if I get it off my finger, tablespoon of unsalted butter. You could use oil if you wish. Oh no, get off this stuff. That's not going to work well. Hold on. We got butter in now. That's so sad when that happens, folks. It happens. There we go. It's saved. Saved the day. We're good. Butter's not in there anymore. All right. You could use oil if you want. Just enough to coat the pan. We're going to let this melt up a little bit. Turn the handle so I can reach a little easier as we're going. So I'm still in the search. If you keep along and watching these episodes, last week I was talking about looking and finding a wok, and I'm still in the search of one, of a good one. So if you know of any, let me know. Our butter is almost melted. We have our chopped onion. We're going to add that to the butter, melted butter. Get that going. Now we'll just set that aside. Add our garlic. So we just have our garlic, onion, and butter in there. All right. So now, as that's cooking up, we are going to also add in our cauliflower. Now that's a coarsely chopped cauliflower, not the ones that are bigger chunks, the bite-sized ones. We're leaving those alone. We'll add that later on. That's going to be a part of the vegetable aspect that you're eating. This is making the curry sauce. So that's the first thing we're working on. I probably should have mentioned that, but I forget these things. So we're making that curry sauce right now with the onions, garlic, and cauliflower base. And now we're going to add in curry. How much curry should you add in? Well, everybody and each different brands of curry is different. Now I'm going to suggest a 3:1:1 ratio of these ingredients. So you want 3 parts curry. You want to taste it, see how much, how intense it is for you. So we're going to do 3:1:1. So we're going to do it by shakes here. That's our amount, and we want to be pretty heavy with curry. There we go. You can always add in more, right? So start less, it needs a little bit more, then do that. If you end up putting in too much, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You can add in more onions and stuff like that. A little bit of lemon juice will help as well, dissipate that. All right, cumin. So this is a 1 part. There we go. Another 1 part of paprika. It's a little longer to get out of there. Different lid. There we go. So 3 parts cumin, 1 part paprika, 1 part curry. Oh, sorry, 3 parts curry. 3 parts curry, 1 part cumin, 1 part paprika. There we go. I'll spit it out. And now we're just mixing it up. We want it to become translucent and soak up that butter. Oh, it smells amazing. Love it. So it's on high heat again. And what you can do is you can add in a little water if you want to help it pop, sizzle, and steam it. That's not a bad idea. We might do that here shortly. We will see. But a lot of it, you might have to add water when we blend it up. Right now we're just trying to cook it and get that seasoning into the vegetables as we're cooking there. So it's still, again, high heat. That's all you see me messing with there. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much, and sharing this with your friends and family. You guys are all awesome, ladies and gents. So thank you very much. So while we're waiting for this, I wanted to let you know we have a couple amazing things coming up here on as far as the Jones & Ford brand, and specifically this cooking show. One of the cool things is next week, Eric Principe from Florida, I'm doing an interview with him after our live cooking show. I'll be sharing some of his photos and stuff like that he's posting out about interviewing me. So it's just going to be a live interview on his Facebook page. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit about how I wrote Jones & Ford Beyond the Breakers, my thought process with it, and just, the overall trip and getting started with it, and motivation and all that good stuff, right? It kind of goes with the whole Jones & Ford brand. If you're curious in learning about that, make sure you tune in to his Facebook page next week, Monday, at 7 p.m. Central Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time zone you're in. Do the math, and you can join us live on Facebook and put in comments and all that good stuff, and we will get to hopefully answer as many as we can. So that's pretty exciting. All right, it is cooking pretty well now, smelling amazing. Get a nice yellow color, and there's different kinds of curries out there. Again, there's like red curry and all that. Make sure you find the one, whatever one you have, that taste fits you, and use them out. I love the yellow curry. These are some of my favorite flavors. So what we're doing here is we're making this all in one pan. We're using this pan to create our sauce that we'll coat everything with, and then we'll blend it up and all that good stuff. Then we're going to start cooking everything else in that pan, which will help suck in all those wonderful flavors that got stuck to the pan as well. We put our sauce in there. It's going to make it truly amazing. Now, this recipe has no specific carbs in it. We're not putting this over rice or quinoa or pasta or anything like that. Now, you totally could. You can make pad thai noodles, right? Make a noodle dish with it or anything, put it over rice. That's awesome. You totally can do that. Totally acceptable. We get a nice carb in as well. If you're using rice, I'm always a fan of brown rice personally, very healthy rice, or quinoa is amazing. Stuff to think about if you're interested in doing that. But for tonight's dinner and for tonight's show, this is what we are having. We are just having it plain old. Almost done. Smelling good. So this is already just a couple of minutes here. Perfect. Almost set to be blended up. And as this is blending up, the other big, or as we're waiting for it almost to finish up, the one other big surprise thing that's coming that's not going to be a surprise in a minute or two is we have a special guest coming on our live cooking show. On this show, we have a special guest in 2 weeks. So not next week, but the following Monday. What is that, like the 19th? Something like that. I think it is 17th. Something like that. So that Monday, so if someone could put that in the comments below, that'd be awesome, whatever day that is. So not next week Monday, but the week after that. 16th, Katie just shouted at me. So Monday the 16th, we have a special guest who wrote her own cookbook. It's published, it's amazing, called The Incidental Paleo. Truly awesome cookbook, and friend of mine, Lauren Lobley, she's going to be on the show, and she's going to show us one of her own recipes, and we're going to make it together live on the cooking show. She's in California, I'm here in Wisconsin, and we are going to be cooking together virtually. How awesome is that? You gotta love these live videos to bring people together. So, Incidental Paleo, she's going to be on the show in 2 weeks, sharing a recipe with all of us. So if you get a chance, go check her out, Lauren Lobley. I'll tag her in a comment below after the show. So make sure you go check her out, give her a like, and follow her page. She does some amazing, amazing cooking, and I'm pumped to have her on our show in 2 weeks. So next week, interview with Eric. Week after that, having Lauren on. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so our base is done here for our sauce, right? Looks very yellow because of all the curry and all that stuff. We have onions, garlic, and cauliflower in here. We are going to add this to the blender and hopefully not spill it all over the place. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab a spoon that I have laying out because I'm sloppy sometimes. I just cleaned the stove and now it's messy. Does that happen to you? Happens to me. Oh well. Try to get this all good. Get it in the blender here. So now we're going to blend it up. I have that splash of milk again, that like that eighth of a cup of milk. I'm using skim milk because that's what I have on hand. If you have almond milk or coconut milk, that works great as well. So don't worry about that. That's how you can keep this vegan friendly. You could use water. We might have to add in a little bit of water as well, depending. We don't want it to be like a really runny sauce. We want it to be more of a thicker, almost like spaghetti style sauce. I prefer mine without any chunks. It depends how much you like. If you want it a little chunkier, a little meatier, that's your choice. So we're going to add in the milk, and we're going to blend it up. Put a little venting there so the steam doesn't all go crazy with us. There we go. So it's going to need a little bit of water. That happens, folks. So what we're going to do is we just have a little bit of water here. Have it up to the side. And we're just going to be back in there so it'll evaporate as we cook it down. So don't freak out or worry about it. There we go. If you're brave, you can mix it. But be smart. Don't sink this all the way down into the wood. There we go. I'm going to add in just a hair more water. A quick splash of water. That should be it right there. There it is. Almost. Now it's in. Perfect. You want it rolling in there in the blender, but not going crazy, right? So it's thicker. That's why you have to add in just a little bit of water at a time, so you get this nice, thick, beautiful curry sauce. All right, now we got our pan back on. It's back on high heat. Here's where we're going to add in that little bit to it that fell out. So now we're just going to add in our oil. We want about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons oil there. That should be plenty. Just to coat the pan again, heat it up. Now you see our pan has that, you know, the black stuff on the burnt on part from our sauce. That's awesome because everything we're going to be putting in there is now going to help take that off and add those flavors to our dinner. Okay, first things first. Oil's in there, check, everything's set to go. You always add in the ingredients that are going to cook the longest. So first things first is our meat. Now, I chopped up our pork here. You can use chicken, beef, whatever. You can do any way you want, but here, I'd find a good piece here. It'll break up once it's in the pan and heat it up. There we go. So I chopped them up in little strips. So this is a little strip of pork already seasoned, just with those 3 seasonings. Again, cumin, paprika, and curry. All right, so that's what all it looks like. We're gonna put it in the pan. I can hear it start sizzling. And I'm just gonna rinse off my hands since I touched it, and we don't want germs. Germs are bad. Okay. So we're gonna break it up here in the pan. High heat, these are gonna cook fast. I'm gonna break them up so they're all spread on the pan, cooking evenly. And we're going to town. So if you I have a question for everyone, and I would love to see your answers, so please put them below, and I'll make sure I either answer them on air if I can, or I'll answer them afterwards. Same thing for watchers on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts. My question is, what is your favorite dinner dish? Whatever it is, what is your favorite dinner, folks? So, it could be a stir fry, and very specific stir fry. Maybe it's like a specific breakfast food you like for dinner, right? That's okay by me. I love breakfast for dinner. But let me know, what is your favorite dinner? Something you have for supper time. Let me know. Put it in the comments, and I would love to find out. All right. Now, if you're making this vegetable curry, right? Again, you can use any type of meat or no meat, right? You can totally make this without any of the meat at all and keep it totally, make it, if you use milk, right, it can be vegetarian, or keep that out or use almond milk, stuff like that, and let it be vegan. That totally works as well. And depending what else you bake, gluten-free and all that good stuff as well, if that's something you need to be careful of. Totally optional. If you are using tofu for this recipe, it would work. It would be just as delicious, but you want to add that in after you add in these vegetables. So you want the vegetables first instead of the tofu, right? Instead of like opposite of what our meat's doing. Our meat is almost cooked already. I still see some pink along the edges. We're going to let it cook a little bit more. And it's going to cook once we get the vegetables in there as well. So you don't have to wait till it's totally, absolutely done before you add in everything else to it. But you want it well enough, right? I'd say about 75% of the way done, and then you can start adding in the rest of your ingredients. Cast coffee. Amazing stuff, folks. Love it. Check them out. Cast coffee. So good. Favorite one, Buzzbait, and their blueberry coffee. Amazing. Okay. They're about 75% done. We are going to add in our cauliflower. And these are the bite-size, more, it's a little big one, but bite-size cauliflower. And add that in. We are going to add in our broccoli. Now, that is, I chopped up a half a head of cauliflower, split it into thirds. 2/3 went in there, and 1/3 went into our paste, or our sauce. And then, well, it's one head, smaller head of broccoli. And then I have 2 peppers, a red pepper and orange pepper, chopped up into thin slices. We're going to add that. Now, you can make this meal. This meal will be awesome. You can freeze it if you wish. You know, make a big batch of it and freeze it up for yourselves. Serve it to your friends and your family. All this deliciousness is going to be amazing. Prep it up for a week, right? So if you're doing meal prepping and you want to make sure you're following what you need to eat for the week, make sure you stay on track with your diet. This would work awesome for some pre-made dinners or meal prepping. Now, as I said, I'm looking for a wok. Still looking for one. Why? Because look at this pan. It's already full to the brim. I could get a bigger pan, which would be good, or I can get a wok, right? And a wok, it just seems to make sense. To me, it'd be more fun because it's fun, and like it would hold a lot more of these vegetables, these stir-fry style dishes. All right, all this is cooking really well. It's been here for just a little bit, a couple minutes, maybe actually a minute, I should say. Let it cook up a little bit more. Now, the thing is, that cauliflower might still be hard, depending on how much you chopped it up, right, or how big your pieces are of cauliflower. You're going to want to put that in earlier. So maybe when your meat's like 50% done, you should put in the cauliflower. I'm looking at mine. It's going to be a little hard if I just do what we might do here. So let it in there, put it in there a little bit earlier, let it cook up, soften up. If you want a crunch to it, you don't want it soft, but you don't want it super hard either. So it's that balance. You have a couple minutes to play with it, right? So if you're like, oh man, it's not going to be, it needs to be this exactly time, right? Within 30 seconds, nah, you got time, right? So you don't need to have it exactly right on time, but close is good. Okay. I swore something fell down. No, okay. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this looks already. Smell-o-vision you wish you had. Oh, I know. I know. Oh, it smells amazing right now. Cooking it up. All right. So all that's in there, cooking up. We still have it on high heat. Nothing's changed. Now we're going to add in our curry sauce that you just made. Fresh curry sauce that you blended. A spatula. And now we're going to add it right in to our lovely stir-fry style dinner here. Oh, I can't wait to dig in. This is going to be amazing. You can add a little salt, pepper to taste if you wish. We're not going to. I might add a little pepper later on. Maybe. Like as right before I eat. But most likely not. Okay. That all in there, and then stir it in. You want it to become a thicker sauce, so if you added more water in when you, or milk in or whatever, when you were blending it, then it's going to be a lot more runnier of a sauce, and that's okay if that's what you like. If you did that and you want it thicker, just add it to the pan, let it cook down, and it will evaporate off and get you that thicker sauce that you're looking for. Now I'm looking at this, and I'm going, you know, it's almost too thick right now, to be perfectly honest. It's just a little bit on the thick side. Let me see here. Yeah, it's just a hair on the thick side. So you can add more milk, a little bit more water. I got a little extra water here. So just add just a splash. Nothing much, right? And again, if you accidentally add too much, no big worries. You let it evaporate off. And that is it, folks. This is your vegetable curry with pork, or any other type of meat you want, with it for you and your family. It is amazing. It is super delicious. And I know your family's going to love it. So good. So good. Let me take it off here and show you what it looks like with the curry on it. Look at that, folks. Can you smell it? You should, because it's amazing. So good, folks. All right, check that out. We're going to put that back on here on the heat. And just make sure all that sauce gets coated in there real nice like. And we're set to go. That's it, folks. We're going to turn that on low, let that simmer for a little bit. And that is how you make a vegetable curry with fresh ingredients, with stuff that is going to make your mouth happy, make your heart, make your stomach happy, and make you get fit and healthy so you can chase your passions to the max. Just like that. Took me, what, 20 minutes to make the whole dinner, and that's enough to serve probably 4 or 5 portions out of just that alone. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and your family, and let them know about this amazing, delicious recipe. And again, if you're looking for any merchandise, coffee mugs, shirts, all that stuff, just check out my website, spencermjones.com, and just, look for merch, a merchandise tab under there, and you'll find all of our cool swag that we have. Thanks, folks, for watching. Have a great day, and we will catch you next week. Have a good one.